Okay, good morning, class.
Good morning, ma'am.
21 na tayo. Sige, okay na. 22 na tayo. Okay na yan. 32 lang naman tayo. Alright, so naririnig niyo ba yung maingay na sounds ng kapitbahay? Sinarado ko na yung mga bintana rito. Naririnig niyo pa ba? Hindi naman na. Can you hear me? Mag-thumbs up na kung maliwanag ang boses niyo. Alright. Okay. Alright, so good morning. Let me check. Let us have the photo op first for the attendance. Will you open your cameras and let us have the picture taking? Let me see your handsome and beautiful faces. So let us check Schoology, the timeline. Kung ilan na lang meetings tayo. End of sem na tayo ngayong February. I opened already the quiz answers and the midterm answers. So after the class later, yung mga mayroong corrections, pwedeng maiwan para makorek yung madagdagan yung score niyo pa. Alright, so I already have opened the 2, nakapag-exam naman na yung 2-4. So yung quiz 2 na lang, hindi po pwedeng ma-open, hindi pa sila nagpo-quiz 2. So by next week end, so hopefully after the job board, we can already open quiz 2 and preparation for the final exam. 11 next Saturday. Naku, may defense ako. Magre-reschedule tayo. Anong araw kayo available? Final defense ng thesis namin. I am scheduled. I will send you sa sa GC. 11 pala yung schedule ko ng final defense. Tapos 18 din. So, ibang araw tayo schedule. What day are you vacant the whole day? Malvin, andito ka na ba? Anybody would like to answer? Anong araw kayo?
Ma'am, tanong ko po muna, ma'am, mga kasama ko, mga kaklase ko po. Baka busy, ma'am, sila eh. Gumagawa din po kasi sila ng research.
Okay. Sige. Picture na. Sino mag-take picture?
Yes po, ma'am. Ako po. 3 takes. 1, 2, 3, smile. One more. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Thank you po.
Alright, let me check attendance now. All the attendance. Hirap, end of the sem. Puro final defense kami. Magkasunod yun. Thesis ng ComSci, capstone naman ng IP. Magkasunod na linggo, parehas pang Sabado. Ano ba yung schedule natin? Alright, let me start sharing the Schoology timeline. Let us see kung kailan tayo pwedeng mag-reschedule. Bawal naman ng linggo, syempre. Family day. And so, let me start sharing Schoology first. Okay. Schoology. Share. Okay. So, given our Schoology timeline, let me check first. Based on uploaded pictures, kung sino pa yung hindi nakapag-upload as of now. Almost end of the semester already. So far, okay naman. Everybody has uploaded. Meron ba kayong correspondence?
Wala po, ma'am.
Okay, sige. So, wala. Now, let us see the grade book. Okay, so far, hanggang sa module, what number have I stopped checking? Kasi I was busy with the consultation of the thesis groups. I have 11 groups in my section. And usually matagal. Okay, so hanggang module 4 lang. 5. Wala na. 4 lang. So kalahati lang talaga. Okay, so these are the scores. Now you check your, against the answers I already have opened. Right, so, and then let me check also the Week 2 requirement, which is the online class agreement, who has not submitted as of now, always reminding every meeting. Okay, very good, 32 na out of 32, so no problem with that. Alright, so given the timeline, today is February 4, we will finish Module 9. So dapat next week ang ating activity 18 hindi ko na pala kayo ini-meet. Okay, yan kasi yung expected ko rin na final defense namin. Final exam nyo na rin. So, tell me na lang kung anong araw. Ang vacant ko class, next week. Ako naman. 3 hours dapat ito. Magagabi tayo. Kasi nga, pwede sa Tuesday. Ay, hindi. Nasa PUP si ma'am. The whole day, 8 to 5. Huwag na. Ayoko na ng gabi. Monday, okay. I am available in the evening. Magsi 6 o'clock tayo, class. Monday, I have last period. Sige, send ko na lang sa GC yung availability ko para doon kayo pipili kung kailan kayo naman available. Right? So, I will tell you kung anong araw. Kasi yung 11 matatamaan eh. Meron akong panel. Okay, I will be the panel member. 8 to 5 yun eh. Pati yung pala yung kabilang section, magagalaw din. Anyway, alright. So, yun ang ating schedule. So far, okay, the quiz module. We are done with the exam. Tama ba? No, 28 pa kayo nag-test. Okay, so final exam will be open. Okay, on 18. Teka, lagyan ko na ng schedule para ma-publish na natin. Okay, so, ang schedule sa 18 ang final test? Saturday. Hindi na pwedeng 25 because submission na ng grades mo. Walang grading period. Okay. 18. Save. Ba't ko na? Teka lang ha. Let me check. Sa grades yan. Bakit may grading period? Nakasave yun. Ano kaya ito? Let's see. Check. Isa lang. Bakit na? Solve ko pa yun. Anyway. Anyway, baka naka-publish pa. Alright, let me publish first. Okay, our folder. Makita niyo na kung anong gagawin. Remaining activity for the SIM. Activities for the SIM. So, weeks 14 and 15. Ito yung module 9. I will discuss later. But as we go through the discussion of the last chapter, i-discuss natin din kung paano niyo sasagutan. How you will have to do this. Okay, for your activity. Edit ko muna ito. Okay, so based on your course, you're going to create a class banner infographic. Okay, so for the create a class banner based on your course. So either landscape. Yan yung hinahawakan during the parade of the opening day of the college week. So, yan yung pagagawa ko. And then, bigyan natin. Mode 9. And the grading period. Anyway, alright, so na-open ko na. Let me stop sharing this one. Open your IM class. And let us discuss now our last chapter. Maiksi lang naman yan. Kaya may time si ma'am para mag-check na. Yung Jamboard na lang ang kulang natin. So yun na lang yung last activity per group. So 3 members per group. Maiksi lang naman din yun. Okay, so 3 members per group. Of 10 minutes pa rin. So, expecting that you will present per member 2 minutes each. Okay, so each member will present last meeting Tag 2 minutes. Yes, you're raising your hand.
Ma'am, hindi ka pa po nakakapag-check ng attendance, ma'am.
Ay, thank you. Alright, diretso agad sa klase. Thank you, Alvin. Alright, so let me call the attendance first. Okay, so asan na yung notebook ko? Oo nga, no, ang pwedeng photo. Thank you. Yung isip ko kasi yung defense next week. Nakakahirap talaga yan. Meron pang hinihintay na ethics clearance, ethics clearance na yan, delay din sila. Paano kami gagalaw sa defense? Today is February 4. Yes. So, no correspondence. Yan. Alright. So, as I call your name, you just have to answer open microphone or you just have to type present if you don't have the microphone. Malvin Amancio.
Present po, ma'am.
Ramkel Apinado.
Wala pa po siya, ma'am.
Okay. Sulat lang yun. Emma Thel Asidaw.
Po.
Aliyah Bayani.
Present po.
Angela Bolaños. Okay. John Bonife.
Present po.
Okay. Yashner Pasida.
Present po, ma'am.
Erika Kaluntad.
Present, ma'am.
Dayan Casimiro. Okay. Princess Cataroha.
Present po, ma'am.
Camille Cornelio.
Present po.
Arismay de la Cruz. Arismay.
Wala pa po, ma'am.
Arismay. Let me write down. Janelle de los Reyes. Okay. Allen Diche. Okay. Mark Halim. Mark. Wala.
Present
Christian Lira.
Present po, ma'am.
Okay. Yuki Magsayo.
Ma'am, may trangkaso po.
Pero physically absent. Absent pa rin. Pero gumagamit naman ng allowable absences. Okay rin yan. Magsayo. Next. Mapoy Shaira.
Present po, ma'am.
Abigail Mercado.
Present po, ma'am.
Paula Miranda.
Present po.
Nathaniel Oresco.
Present po, ma'am.
Christine Pagador.
Present po, ma'am.
Okay, so si Hanwin, okay na. Okay. Mary Joy Purnias. Mary Joy, wala pa. Next. Charles Ramos. Alright. Angela Rui Vivar. Angela. Wala pa. Salosa Shane.
Present po.
Byron Silvala. Byron. Wala pa. Next. Mark Tabones.
Ma'am, present po siya.
Nandito si Mark.
Nandito po, ma'am. Hindi lang daw po siya makapagsalita.
Mag-type ka na lang ng present po.
Hinatid lang daw po niya yung mother niya, ma'am, sa sakayan.
Nawawala na siya. Sige, mamaya dapat, message mo na lang mag-type ka ng present po. Hindi pwedeng ganon. Otherwise, lahat ng classmates mo susunuran. Lalayas na, ikaw na lang taga-sabing present. Bawal yan. Anyway, sorry. Just tell the classmate na pag bumalik siya, magsabi ng present po. Otherwise, I will mark him absent also. Okay? Next. Laika Tan. Alright. Karil Tomon. Okay. Carl Valdoria. Wala pa? Carl.
Wala pa po, ma'am.
Alright. Eunice Villanueva. Wala pa rin.
Wala pa rin po.
Alright. There are 26 of us here. 32 lang naman din. Tama. Alright, let me repeat the following classmates who are not here as of 9:26. Apinado, De La Cruz, Magsayo, Ponias, Ruidivar, Salvala, Valdoria, and Villanueva. Okay, so pag dumating na lang sila, i-edit natin yun. So take note, class secretary of those who are not here, they will be for at 9:30. So, hanggang 10 o'clock. Pag sila hindi bumalik, absent na. 1 hour allowance natin to be absent. Before, they're marking them absent. Otherwise, late lang sila within the first hour. Alright, so looking at the display, I was telling you already the assignment, introducing you the infographics a while ago. So we have different social campaigns, okay, that we can implement or we can use our infographic. Right, so let me start with calling the classmates what is meant by infographic, and then what do you see on the display on the years of tradition? Ano yan? Angela Bolaños, will you read? Open your IM now. Angela, are you there? Pag
Hello
hindi,
po.
pag hindi kasi sumasagot at second call ko na, mag-absent ako ha. O, be sure na dyan kayo. Sandali lang naman ang discussion. Siguro baka 11, ganda tayo. Right? So, okay, so dapat pag tinawag ni ma'am, nandyan. On the second call, pag wala on the first call, dapat nandyan. Otherwise, mark absent din. Okay, kasi nga, hindi ko alam kung sa kayo nagpupunta. Eh, wala naman kayo sa klase talaga. Kahit naka-open pa yung inyong, naka-join pa kayo, hindi gano'n na. So, you just have to bear with the class attendance, with the class present. You should be physically present during the class discussion. Okay, last naman na natin tong lecture. The next meeting will just be already the tawag dyan, the Jamboard presentation. Okay, so that will only take 10 minutes for the group to join. Okay, per group na, hindi na per class. Alright, so, and after the, okay, kung quiz 2, discussion na, quiz 2. Panggabi na. Gagabi, babalik tayo sa panggabi. Just for the last meeting because of the Jamboard. Okay. Yes, Angela, what is an infographic, and then what do you see? Interpret now the infographic display there.
An infographic is the perfect way to visually represent important data and information so that your audience has a greater chance of understanding and retaining it. Yung infographic daw po, ma'am, yun daw po yung another way of presenting information or data in a creative way with visuals daw po. And yung nakikita ko po dito sa infographic sa IMI, timeline po siya
About,
about years of tradition.
okay, ano yung storya na nakikita mo? So there must be a story on an
Yung
infographic.
story daw po dito, ito daw po yung 6 years yung last 6 years and the obstacles that were defeated.
Okay.
Yun
See,
daw po.
mas madali nating makita. Actually, what you have done before in the Jamboard, in the Jamboard next activity, it's also similar to an infographic. Right? So that contains text and images that should convey your message. So ano yung message mo na istorya? Right? So let's go to the planning and creating an infographic, design and an outline. Camille Cornelio.
Yes po. Hello po. Dinig po ako.
Yeah, sige.
Okay po. Sa plan your infographic design po, sinasabi po dito na we have to find a story in explaining the information. Hindi po pwede maglapag lang tayo ng information, but mas maganda po may flow ng story behind the data. And Dire-diretso po ba ako?
Yeah, create an info outline.
Okay, sa create an infographic outline naman po, siyempre sa paglalapag naman po ng information, dapat may outline tayo para yung information po hindi gulo-gulo, para consistent po yung information or data.
Okay, sample of an outline. Halimbawa, dun sa iyong storya. So, given the class banner, anong naiisip mo na class banner for economics?
Um, ah,
Sige, sarili mo na lang. Kung gusto mo mag-present ng yung a subject, think of a topic in a subject. Yung major subject para alam agad. And then, what could be an outline for you to present that topic in an infographic format?
siguro po for me, ay, wait lang po.
O, ano yung parts ng storya mo? Okay, so what are the outline parts of your story? O, mahirap. O, nung Pasko, ano na nangyari nung Pasko? Sige, magkwento ka na lang. Infographic mo yung nangyari nung Pasko.
Ay, wala pa nangyari sa akin ng Pasko.
O, sige, mag-isip ka na lang. I will not suggest. Go.
Siguro po yung journey ko na lang nung simula nung high school up to the transition sa college.
Alright. Sige, go. Hindi mo makakalimutan yun. Go.
So simula po
Outline
siguro
na.
yung
Hindi ko sinabi mag-storya ka. Outline lang.
Opo. Bale magsisimula po siya sa kung paano ako pumasok bilang grade 7, yung bagong-bago pa lang. And then, yung sa middle naman po is parang yung transition ng mga grade 9 na parang naging ang daming pangyayari. Yung pinakamahirap po kasi yung grade 9. And then, grade 12, yun na yung parang pag-graduate na po ako. Tinatapos na lahat and need ko nang iwan lahat. And then at the end, ano nga ba? Ending ko po ay nandito na po ako ngayon na, syempre, magka-relate po yun nung senior high ako. Hindi ko po alam kung may sense yun na sa
Outline naman yun. Tama yun. Parang the timeline that you saw from the sample in the IM. So, you talk about activities, okay, on the special years. So, by the year ka rin. So, by the grade year that you have experience. So, yun yung mga experiences. So, pwede mo na siyang i-draft ngayon. So, given the outline, this is just your guide. Subject to changes too. So, as you go through your story, nababago pa yun eh. Okay, so all of us have our own stories. Sad or, diba? Sad or happy story meron eh. And usually, ano yung mga nare-remember mo? Hindi yung happy, eh, diba? Challenging. Although in the end, pwedeng happy. Okay, so pwedeng sad in the end. So what is the end of the story? Although when we watch Korean K-drama, we always would like to see a happy ending rather than tragic, right? So, De La Cruz and Silvala are absent, are present. Okay. Sige, let us continue. So, the next will have to be a compelling title. So, how do you write, okay, or give us a sample of a compelling title. And then, using the grid, okay, Tabon is present. And then, using a grid design. So, how do you use a grid design for your infographic, okay, output? Aliyah Bayani?
Hello po, ma'am. Dun po sa write a compelling title. Come up with a title that is catchy and descriptive. Readers should get a sense of what the information will be to engage them and make them want to read further. Dun po sa write a compelling title, sobrang importante po nun kasi yun po yung unang makikita ng audience mo, and kapag po catchy yung ginawa niyo na title,
Sige nga.
pwede po sila makapag-decide na mag-stay po sila dun sa page.
Okay. Gawa nga. Anong title mo? Anong gusto mo sa story title? So, think of a story, a journey in your life. Tapos gusto ko parang maging compelling. Okay, so I asked this from the journalist students kasi di ba sa newspaper, pag nabasa mo yung title ng news, babasahin mo na yung laman. Pero nasa title yun eh. O, ayan, you can think of a title on a newspaper. And that compelled you to read what is inside the news.
Pwede po ma'am, yung personal na
Marami,
lang
yung
po.
mga tabloid. O, sige, sige, sa'yo. Go.
Siguro po para sa akin, life of an econ student po. Siguro po, yung maa-attract ko po doon is yung nakaka-relate po sa akin
Okay
mostly.
nga, anong title
Yan.
mo? Sige.
Yun po, life of
Life of?
an econ student po.
Alright. Sige, yung compelling. Okay. We will
Yun
ask
po.
our classmates. Sige nga, mag-thumbs up. Ganun eh. If you agree with her, compelling yung title ni ate. Mag-thumbs up nga. O, diba, may nagka-thumbs up. Alright. Sige na nga. Okay, okay. So, let's continue. So, what about grid design? Continue now your discussion. Leah?
Grids and wireframes are the structural base to any design. Designing on a grid allows you to easily organize elements and information. Grid designs also play an essential role in keeping objects and elements aligned. For example, when aligning items, you can reference the same vertical grid line and then space each this item accordingly. The below example shows how color palette are aligned on a graphic design grid. The Venn gauge editor also has the option of using smart guides, which help align items for you automatically without using a grid design tool. So, dito po, pagkakaintindi ko, important din po yung
Meron yung relationship sa math. Anong tawag nito sa paper sa math?
yung grids po.
Mm-mm.
Ano nga yun?
Yung
Wait
araw,
lang po na.
bumibili ko niyan. Ewan ko kung gumamit kayo ng math paper.
May graphic paper po ata yun.
Okay. Kayo ba'y gumamit nun?
Opo, nung high school po.
Okay. Sige, continue now. How does it work?
Para pong sinasabi lang dito na yung grid po, guide po siya sa paggawa nyo and sa pamamagitan po nun, mas magiging organized po yung elements and information po na magagawa ninyo. Katulad po dito sa example sa baba. Ayun nga po, gumamit po siya ng grid and wireframes po para mas maging professional din po and stylish yung information or visual na ilalagay niyo po dun sa infographics.
So, guide lang naman si. Okay, so grid. So, identifying exactly the alignment. Kung gusto mo magkahilera, o di dapat may grid kang gamit. Minsan kasi the eyes are not accurate. Yung tingin mo, hindi tingin ng iba. Eh, kung banlag ang tingin mo, di nga nagkaiba-iba. Ano, parang exaggerating lang sila. Alright, that's good, Alea. Let's continue. Given the next topic, the right infographic layout, how do you use the right? Okay, hindi the left. How do you use the right infographic and then follow this data visualization? What are these best practices? Okay, when you discuss that one, Allen, Liche.
Hello po, ma'am.
Hello.
Eto po, ma'am, dito po sa use the right infographic layout for your data. For example, you could use a one-column layout for a minimal infographic or create a list infographic by splitting the layout into two columns like in these examples. Kung makikita niyo po sa IM natin, may binigay po example sa IM. Yung una po dito, yung one column lang. Kung sa tingin niyo po hindi naman kailangan ng excess na columns, pwede pong ganun yung pipiliin nyo. Kasi sa mga softwares po ngayon, marami na rin pong choices ng sizes ng infographics na pwedeng gawin. Meron din pong dalawang column based nga po sa pangangailangan nyo. Depende sa data na ilalagay nyo. Meron din pong three sections naman. Pwede po kayong maglagay ng graphs, bar, or charts kung kailangan.
And
Po,
best practices.
Ano po?
Next topic.
Yung follow data visualization best practices po. Always start your infographic planning with the pen and paper. This way, you can work through concepts and designs roughly before finalizing a digital copy. Sinasabi po dito na mas maigi pong simulan po mag-plan ng infographic ideas with pen and paper kasi idiretso po agad sa digital. In that way po, mas malilesen po yung time na magka-trial and error ka kasi nagkaroon ka na ng concept na nakita mo na sa papel na madali namang ulitin o kaysa kapag sa digital po agad, mas mahirap po siyang i-manipulate.
Alright. So when we talk about best practice, the best really is on paper and pen. Manual pa din, class. Okay, bakit manual? Eh, madali naman magbura. Okay, tsaka mas madaling hawakan yung pen kaysa mouse. I don't know. Okay, kasi lalo na pagka, when you drag and drop, when you choose designs and when you add lines or images, that takes a while. Rather than drawing it, ang bilis lang. Okay, so the initial best practice is lay out a draft. So yung draft mo, paper and pen. Alright, that's good. Let's continue. Use the best chart type in the photography. How do you use now photography or images in your graphic design? Erika, Kaluntad?
The type of data you are trying to convey will determine which chart type is the best for your data. To decide which type of chart would best convey your data, you first have to determine what kind of data you want to present. A single important number, comparison between data points, a trend over time, an outline. Bali po, bago po mag-start po maglagay ng data, kailangan po daw ng chart type. Pwede pong single important number, pwede rin pong comparison or trend over or yung example po kanina yung mga outliner po. May binigay pong example dito na kung saan po nagbigay po siya ng chart. Ito pong kung makikita niyo po sa IM yung present of things who use, growth of user base po.
Okay. The next topic, the different infographic design elements, typography now.
Okay, so typography is a very important element for infographic design and your one way to explain your ideas and information when images, graphs, or icons sent. That's why it's important to choose the best font for your data. Bali po, based po dito sa typography po, kung hindi po ma-express yung gusto mo pong design sa image or graph or icons po, pwede mo po siya ma-express through type po or through font po. Kaya mas maganda po kung makakapili ka po ng magandang font para po dun sa idea ng design niyo.
Okay, and then finally, the photography. Use photography.
Use photography in your infographic design. The use of photography can be very tricky if there is not a photographer available to take the shots of exactly what you need. Be sure that the photos you use have a consistent style and lighting. Try to pick photos with the same lighting effects and some backdrops, same amount of darkness, etc. Bali po dito po, sinasabi po na na kailangan po ng photography sa isang infographic po. Kung hindi ka po makakapag-picture ng sarili mo po, pwede ka po kumuha ng mga picture ng mga photos na consistent po dun sa style or design po na naiisip ninyo by photography po.
Alright, so similar to the discussion of the images of the previous chapter. Alright, so let's go to the next topic. Good, Erica. Let's call Byron Silvaya. The using of contrast. How do we use contrast? And then the creating symmetrical and asymmetrical balance. Byron?
Yes po, ma'am.
Sige.
Am I audible po?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, contrast creates visual impact by placing two strikingly different elements beside each other. If an infographic has a light background with bold colored shapes, our eyes are immediately attracted to the bold colors. This allows you to organize information by having a certain element more prominent than other. So, basically po, rule po siya dun sa color. Like, kapag dark po yung background, it means na kailangan yung mga text natin is nasa light color para umangat po siya at mas maging kapansin-pansin. Kasi Kasi importante po ma-attract ho natin yung mga nambabasa or mga nakakita kung ano yung laman nung infographic. Ayun po. And through that technique, mas magiging ano ho may emphasize po yung mga text po natin.
What are the two methods of contrast?
We have contrast using colors. Color selection can have a big impact on your infographic design. Try pairing complementary colors to make your headline pop. One of my favorite combinations is a darker blue with a brighter color like orange, which makes your headline stand out. So, contrast using colors po, katulad po yung sinabi ko, yung background ho, in example ho niya dito is dark na color blue. And then, ang ginamit po niya sa text is yung light na yellow and also orange para po talaga mag-pop yung headline, yung title, para kumbaga talagang na-emphasize po niya kung ano yung laman ng title. Next naman po is contrast using typography sizes. A header is usually the largest text on an infographic, followed by the subheader and then the body copy. The header should pretty much always be the largest point size so that the viewer knows the subject of your infographic right off the bat. So parang sa pagsusulat din po ito, ah na, nakadepende lang po siya sa size. Kung ano yung mas importante, like yun nga po yung mismong title, syempre para mas malaman agad ng audience kung about saan ba ito, dapat yung title po yung magiging pinakamalaki instead of the body. Tapos yung body po, since yun yung mas madaming text, yun po yung magiging mas maliit kasi kumbaga, yun po yung yung kumakatawan ho dun sa title.
Okay.
Next naman po is contrasting visuals.
Okay.
Use a tinted image contrasted with a chart over top to add context. So, ayun po, gumamit ho siya ng image, parang naging um, backdrop or background ho siya nung chart, which is maybe pinapakita ho nito kung ano yung kung parang ine-emphasize pa niya kung about saan ba yung title. Like kunwari yun dito may nakalagay na parang tulay po. So ang title niya is City Startup Scores by Industry. So parang ine-emphasize nung image na nasa background kung about ba saan talaga yung title. And then, note lang sa paglalagay ng title, ay nung background image, dapat hindi siya aangat masyado dun sa chart na nakalagay. Parang, kumbaga, very subtle lang yung background na image, which is makikita po dun sa example ng contrasting visuals.
Right. So when we say symmetrical, so depende pa rin sa design mo whether the size, okay, matters actually. So when we see balance, pares ng size, okay, hindi pwedeng malaki yung isa, maliit yung isa, lalo na when you do comparison. Okay, so using Venn gauge. All right, thank you. That is good already when we talk about the balance. Hopefully, when you produce your infographic, okay, you will have to apply images, all right, and text given the different discussions of the last module. So, kailangan ko makita ito, class, ha, yung symmetric, meron bang emphasis sa typography niya, naka-bold ba or naka-increase ba yung size ng title over the rest of the other text on the infographic. So, yung mga guidelines na binigay sa module, okay, will have to be applied and implemented for the infographic. Alright, so let us go to the next topic, the two topics, okay, color, okay, and then using color effectively, and then consistency, paano ibig sabihin ng consistency, and then ano yung negative spaces, the last three topics, okay, so will you discuss the last three topics, Angela, Louis Vivar, nandito ka na, hindi ka nagparamdam. Hindi. Hindi ka nagparamdam. Nakita lang kita.
Mula sa ano po, di ba? Color effectively.
Yes.
Ang po, ma'am. Use color effectively. Decide on a color scheme before creating your infographic. A good rule of thumb is to design your infographic with 2 or 3 main colors and to use minor color accents. When choosing your color scheme, decide on the tone of your infographic. Is it a business infographic? If so, try using neutral colors like blue or green, or of course your brand colors, especially if you're including your logo. For fun, eye-popping infographics use brighter hues, but be careful not to use large amount darks of neon colors. Large amount dark or neon colors, as they can be straining to the eyes when viewing on the web. Color can also be used as a sectional tool and blocks of color to section your infographic, giving the eye some breathing room as viewers scroll down. Dun po sa may use color effectively, kailangan po nating pag-isipan kung ano yung color scheme na gagamitin natin bago yung paggawa. Yung best best way para po sa pili ng color scheme is yung paggamit ng main colors, which is yung red, blue, and yellow, tapos yung mga minor color accents. Then, kapag pipili rin daw po tayo ng color scheme, isipin natin kung ano bang purpose ng infographics natin. Kung pang schoolworks ba siya, or pang business, o pang formal na gamit. And kapag if business daw po, mas maganda if ginagamit natin yung kung ano yung brand color na meron tayo. Then, iwasan din natin yung paggamit ng mga neon colors o kaya dark colors ng masyadong paggamit nun. Kasi masyadong di siya masyadong masakit sa mata kapag sobrang daming ganun. Hindi siya pleasing sa mata, ganun po. Next up po is make sure there's consistency in your infographic design. In order for your infographic design to flow from start to finish, the design elements need to be consistent. If you're using icons that are filled in rather than line art icons, then keep using the same style throughout the entire infographic. Okay po. Sa consistency naman po, kung katulad po dito sa example, yung ginamit niya yung parang yung may image, tapos yung may year, tapos may description. Tapos throughout din sa infographic, yun yung ginamit niya para mas, yun nga, consistent. Parang pare-pareho lang itsura, hindi ganun kagulo tingnan.
Anong ibig sabihin ng pare-parehas? In terms of size. Yeah. Yun yung consistency, madali mo makita eh. So,
Yes po.
size, anong ibig sabihin?
Yung size ng image, parang pare-pareho lang rin po. Yung same ng font size, yung font style, yung tawag dito, yung style po ng image po, pare-pareho lang din.
Okay, give an example.
Ng consistency po. Paano ba?
So when you talk about font size, anong size? All throughout, yun na yun. Tama ba?
Apo. Di na pa. Kung if Arial po yung fonts, Arial yung ginamit mo, tapos 30 yung size, ganun na po gagamitin throughout nung sa...
So, hindi siya pwedeng Arial times New Roman, di ba? Sakit sa mata, di ba? Kasi nga, you are reading exactly that text. But when it comes to the title, pwede bang hindi consistent?
Pwede po, kasi sabi nga po dun kanina sa taas, di ba? Parang kailangan yung header mo magpa-pop para makita ng tao kung tungkol saan ba yung mo, yung infographic mo. Yun po, ma'am.
Alright. And then finally, the last one, the negative space.
Negative space. Negative space is the blank space surrounding objects in a design. Negative space has a big impact on your design. If your infographic design is too crowded, it can overwhelm. Okay. So, leave negative space po. Hindi lahat ng pagkakataon na need nating gamitin lahat ng space sa infographic mo. Kasi, parang, tawag sa word na yun? Parang yung tao kasi parang feeling nila mabobombarded sila ng information dun sa infographic mo. Parang pag sobrang dami. So, minsan kailangan lagyan ng negative space. Siguro parang para siyang pause, para siyang period po kung sa paggawa ng sentences. Parang need natin huminga sa pagtingin ng infographics para mas ma-analyze natin na maayos yung infographics. So, mas need natin gamitin yung negative space po.
Alright. So when we talk about spaces, okay, meron tinatawag, di ba, white spaces. Okay, tapos meron din tayo tinatawag na negative spaces when it comes to infographic design. So be sure you implement, when you design your own assignment, you also have to consider the negative space. Ano ibig sabihin ng negative space? Okay, yung blanco, huwag puro blanco, or wag napakalaking blanco, dapat merong fill-in. Hindi naman punuin, okay, mali din yun, okay, so it has to make a balance, okay, either asymmetrical or symmetrical balance. So kung paano nagbigay ng example si IM regarding the output of an infographic, pattern also your sample, so you can get a higher score in terms of the group rubrics that I have provided. All right, so that ends actually the semester. That ends the whole, okay, LITE, the whole living in the IT era. So the end point really there is the infographic. So yun yung major activity natin that is already combining all of the things that you have learned from the chapter, from the module 6 up to this part, okay, of the module where you have to prepare, okay, and submit your infographic. All right, so let me explain now module 9. Okay, so your assignment, determine, Malvin and the class later, tell me kung kailan ang deadline for you to submit this module 9 and project, the infographic class banner. Alright, so attach a file containing the exercise. So either attach, teka, ma'am, wala po kaming file. No, maliit lang po ang file. O, sige, create a file and then upload or send a link, a OneDrive link, okay, which contains the exercise. All right, so here, so using what you have learned, okay, in module 9, all the principles that were identified there and given the samples, you just have to follow through with the sample. Teka, mali yung rubric. Let me edit again. Okay, so we will not use this one. So instead, we will use, ulit. Okay, so we will use the 25 point, okay, scoring for completion, for direction, for accuracy. Okay, so using what you learned on this module, it's your turn to create your own infographic. So think of any social issues or moral issues, pwede rin. Marami tayong moral issues class. Okay, so society, social